Hi, boys and girls. It's time for math today. Are you ready? Let's get started. So, you know how we've been working so hard on reading and writing number sentences. So we might say 2 plus 2 equals 4. And we've written that out, and you've done a fantastic job. Today, I'm kind of flip it all around. I might confuse you a little bit, and I'm really sorry. But if you hang in with me, I know you're going to understand it, okay? We've been talking about flips. We say 2 plus 1 is 3, and if we flipped it, 1 plus 2 is 3. Well, I need you to know that in addition, we also could put the answer first and the actual equation after the equal sign. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You might understand it a little bit better. We're ready for lesson 5.8 on page 273. You will need your cubes today, so if you don't have those, you might want to find them. I'm going to use cubes, but you might want to use them for practicing a little bit later. Let's get started. We are going to start by talking about the answer 3. Okay, so both of these problems are still going to equal 3. So for example, we might make one of these red and the other two blue. And that's what our number sentence the first one says. It says 3 is equal to 1 red plus 2 blue. So it's still saying there are 3. It's just that we're going to flip and put the 3 in equals in the beginning of the number sentence and put in the 1 and 2, the sets of numbers after. So this one says 3 equals 1 plus 2. Now I could also flip that when we talk about regular flips. Instead of putting the 1 first, now we're going to put the 2 first, 2 plus 1. So now I would say it's the same as 2 reds and 1 blue. Okay, so now this number sentence says 3 equals 2 plus 1. Okay, so let me show you what you've been doing. So you've been doing 1 plus 2 equals 3. And the flip of 1 plus 2 would be 2 plus 1 equals 3. Okay, so now all we're doing is moving the answer to the beginning. So I want to know the answer right away. So I would say 3 is equal to 1 plus 2, or 3 is equal to 2 plus 1. That's not so bad, is it? Let's keep practicing. We're going to make our numbers, our answers, we're going to still stay under 5. The next page we're going to practice, they equal up to 4. And I have some cubes already built up for us to practice with, okay? So let's start with the very first one. They wrote it out for us. 4 equals, okay, 4 is equal to how many reds? 3 plus how many blues? 1. So let's go ahead and trace that number sentence. 4 is equal to 3 plus 1. Okay? And what would the 3 plus 1? We could flip it. It'd even be 1 plus 3. It would still be the same. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes all together. Okay? So we're just putting this up, the answer first. So let's do another one. Let's come up with another one. 4 is equal to, we got to find the two numbers, something plus something. Well, let's try this. What would this one turn out to be? Did you say 2 plus 2? If you did, you are correct. 4 is equal to 2 reds plus 2 blues. 4 equals 2 plus 2. We could read it the other way. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Whichever you feel more comfortable with, but you do need to know but the answer could come first. Do you remember back when we first started with addition, I told you whatever is on one side of the sentence numbers, or I'm sorry, whatever's on one side of the equals sign is on the other side. So the number 4 is the same as 2 and 2. If I had 2 goldfish and 2 more goldfish, I would have 4 goldfish on this side. Ooh. And over here, I already have 4. So 4 is equal to 4. Is that making sense? Let's try another one. 4 is equal to something plus something. Okay, so we have to come up with this two numbers that would equal 4. Let's try this one. What is that? How many reds plus how many blues? You're right. 4 is equal to 1 red and 3 blues. 4 equals 1 plus 3. Do you notice something about this equation and this equation? What are they? I bet you said they're a flip. And if you did, you're right. 3 plus 1 and 1 plus 3 also equal 4. They're flips of each other. Okay? All right, let's give it a little more practice. You're doing just fine. Have some confidence in yourself. You will get it with a little more practice. Now we're going to use the number 5, okay? We're going to come up with 4 different pairs of numbers that equal 5. So let's start with, I'm going to start with an easy one. I think it's easy. Let's see if you think it's easy. 5 is equal to something plus something. You ready? How many reds do you see? Do you see 5? You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our very first number, 5, is equal to 5 plus, did you notice how many blues there are? There aren't any blues. So that means 5 plus 0. 5 plus 0 equals 5. We already have 5. And it just so happens that all of them are red. So 5 is equal to 5 plus 0. Let's try another one, okay? 5 is equal to something plus something. Let's find out. What did I come up with this time? How many reds plus how many blues? How many reds do you see? 5 is equal to 4. There are 4 reds plus how many blue? Just 1. So 5 is equal to 4 plus 1. You're doing well. Let's try again. So 5 plus 0, 4 plus 1, those all equal 5. Here's another set of numbers, another set of cubes. What do you see? How many reds plus how many blues? So 5 is equal to, how many reds did we have? 3 plus how many blues? 2. So 5 is equal to 3 plus 2. Excellent. Well, we have one more to go. 5 is equal to something plus something. Let's find out what the last set is. How many reds plus how many blues? Did you say that 5 is equal to 2 plus how many blues? 2 reds plus 3 blues. You are correct. And do you know what you see right away? What do you notice right away about these two? I bet my friend Tucker knew, and I bet he said it. 3 plus 2 and 2 plus 3. Those are flips. We can flip them and know that they're going to make the same answer. All right, my friends. How do you feel? Are you feeling more confident today with this? Let's go ahead and go on to the last page and do one more before we end our lesson today. You are going to use 2 colors Well, maybe 2 colors. Let's find out. I have 2 friends, and their names are Peyton and Ashley. And they have 5 red apples, okay? They have 5 red apples. Now, Peyton is holding 5 of the apples. Well, how many is Ashley holding? We've already done one kind of like this. Let's color it out and figure it out. So it says that they have 5 red apples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to color all 5 of them red because they have 5 red apples. And then it said that our friend Peyton, she's holding some apples. It said that she was holding 5 red apples. If she's holding 5 red apples, how many apples does Ashley have? 5 plus something equals 5. Do you remember? We did it on the last page. It was the very first one, the one I said I thought was really easy. 5 plus how many more? 0. All of them are red, and Peyton is holding all 5 of them. That means Ashley didn't get to hold any this time, but I bet she will next time. Let's read this number sentence together. Ready? 5 equals 5 plus 0. Very nice. On this last one, it asks us to show what we know about a number pair that equals 5. So let's start. We'll just write it together, okay? Let's start with our 5, and let's draw that symbol. What's that symbol? Equals, because today we're working on putting the equal symbol at the beginning of our number sentence. So 5 is equal to something plus something. I need 2 numbers that would equal 5. Could you give me the first number? Oh, the first person I heard, they said 1. So let's go ahead and put a 1 there. So 5 is equal to 1. Okay, so if we have 1, actually, let me make that a different color. Okay, if we have 1, we have to have how many more on this side to equal 5? Well, I'm going to use red and green apples. So if we have 1 red, how many green do we have? So let's count on. We already have 1. What comes after 1 when we count? 2, 3. We got to get all the way up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many green apples did we end up having? You're right. There are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 is equal to 1 plus 4. Fantastic. I knew you guys would be able to get it. A little more practice and you will be super mathematicians at this. At home or for homework this afternoon or this evening, these are the problems that you are going to work on. So some more of the same stuff, just using different numbers. And you could color the cubes 2 different colors in order to come up with the number pair that will equal that. So, and a little bit more practice on the back. Just a reminder, ask a parent to help you because you won't know what to do here. You're going to have to do some comparing and they'll have to help you tell you what they want you to circle as well as what we're going to add to this 10 frame down at the bottom. Have a great day. I'll see you on Monday with math.